Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Lost Agents TV. We are Ready to See, and I'm Ray.
And I'm James.
Well, finally down to the last episode, my man. Season finale.
One of the things that I was hoping that they would do early in the season, that they never really did. So I kind of gave up hope that they were going to do it, and then they finally did it in the last episode. Was the ladder thing, where like you had to boost Ellie up to grab, like, you know what I mean? I was wanting one of those scenes. And after like episode 5, I was like, okay, fuck it, it's not happening. It's whatever. And then he walks around the corner, he looks up, sees us, I was like, they're fucking doing it.
Yeah. It was a very beautiful episode. I really have no complaints. I just wish it was a little bit longer. Particularly the hospital sequence. I'll take what I can get.
The whole thing comes down to basically Joel caring so much about Ellie that he can't afford to lose her.
His selfish choice of keeping Ellie, which has become a second daughter to him, versus potentially saving the entire world.
And then it also comes down to like a discussion between him and Marlene, where it's like, it's not your choice, Marlene, to go ahead and do this surgery, but it's also not Joel's choice. It's Ellie's choice. And in the end, you kind of see that that's kind of what she would have wanted to do. Marlene, again, was right. She's the only person who could know exactly what Joel was feeling in that moment because she cared about Ellie. She made the other choice because she was like, we need to save the world, not just save Ellie.
There was a lot of elements of this episode I really liked. I think they wrapped it up nicely. They wrapped it up as I expected it to be.
We talked about that. Are they going to change anything specifically? And they stuck
Straightforward,
to
yeah.
Like, they might have changed some dialogue, but it was as straightforward from how the game ended, besides like a couple small key moments.
Favorite part, besides the ending, of course, was the Ashley Johnson cameo.
Yeah.
There she was in all of her glory. Just hearing her voice was just like, I can hear it. The screams, the moans.
As soon as she started talking, and I saw you start talking to Jess, like, yeah, he knew that was her. I mean, you would have seen her face and you would have known.
Bro, I heard it from the back shot of her in the woods. I'm like, yep, there it is.
It's a really cool moment that they had her play Ellie's mom.
It's so cool, and it's just a huge amount of respect given Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson just the time and the privilege
To be characters.
and the honor just to be characters in a TV adaptation.
Obviously, there's less clickers. Obviously, there's less fucking zombies in this situation. Just because they were trying to keep it as more realistic as possible.
Also, probably more character-driven.
Exactly.
Well. That's my thoughts on the episode. The show in total, I thought it was a great show. I'm still going to stick to my gun and say the later half of 5, 6, and 7 still to me is 8 and 9 like really projected it back up for me. 8 was such a solid fucking episode, and 9 they closed it out so beautifully, not only with Ashley Johnson cameo, but how Joe was just, no, you're not taking my girl. It's not gonna happen.
I actually heard some people who had like similar opinions to you. I heard people say that they really liked episode 5, but didn't like 6 and 7. Yeah, but they loved 5, the whole episode 5.
I didn't mind 5. It was just the use of Tommy. I get they had to condense everything down, and take liberties where they could, but only fucking 9 episodes. Because you had some 45-minute episodes, you had some hours. The pilot was an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I respect what they did. You can tell they worked their asses off, even down to the set designs of every single episode. It was like copy and paste from the game. It's so beautiful.
The set, like, it literally was like, there was points where I felt like I was looking at stills from the game. Yeah, the problem is, I know it's not a perfect show, so it's definitely not a 10 out of 10 by no means. But also, like, I think it's better than a lot of shows that I have seen in a long
fucking time, dude.
Either 8.5 or 9. Fucking actors did amazing. I don't think there was one actor in the entire thing that I didn't like believe their performance. Everything looked fucking dope. The changes still were amazing. There's certain episodes that are standalone episodes that, like, I feel like I could just show somebody and they would just immediately, like, by itself and they wouldn't have to know any context. Like the Bill and Frank episode.
That was 3, right?
Yeah. And there's been shows where we've, like, sat here, we ragged on it. There's been shows where we're like, it was a good show, but there was this part and there's this. I enjoyed it.
I think Neil, when he wrote the game, it's a fucking genius story.
Yeah.
Cordyceps, it's not a theory, it's a real thing. Of course, it won't affect humans, at least in this day and age.
It could. It just
could. Like, people, like doctors use that shit for medicine and shit like that. But the aspect of this living fucking fungus that can take over you, fuck with your mind, make you hallucinate, then take over your bodily function is fucking terrifying. And to me, like we said in the early beginnings of the episode review, this is more terrifying to me than fucking zombies. This is more terrifying to me than like the Resident Evil zombies, believe it or not, with all that crazy shit happening. Because you slowly start to lose yourself. And like to see Ellie, who's this immune main girl and then Joel, who's lost everything. At this point, I'm just explaining the story.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is it's a beautiful fucking story. It's one that, if this was a book, I'd probably read it again and again and again. And just to see this from the video game to a fucking TV show after all this time, I enjoyed it. If I had to rate it, I haven't set my rating yet, I'll probably give it a solid 8.5. Like I said, 6 and 7 was kind of, they're not bad episodes. I just feel like they're kind of scatterbrained about what they did. If they do a fucking part 2, a season 2, I'm all for it. Me and James are going to be right here in this fucking chair talking about this shit with you guys.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to see it.
That's it for this one, guys. Let us know what y'all thought about it. Did you enjoy the show? Have any particular episodes or anything you didn't like? What would you rate it? What was your favorite moment? Tell us all that you want to in the comments. Is if we can respond, we will respond. I mean, Ray's usually the one who responds because it goes straight to his phone, so he knows. Thank y'all for watching and come along with us on this journey. If they do make a season 2, we will 100% sit here and review the next season. There's no doubts about that. But thank y'all, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that shit we got. So you know how it is. Till next time, y'all. Deuces.
Adios.